And here's our superstar from SmackDown, and she didn't come alone.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring,
One thing is very clear as this match gets underway. The SmackDown roster is coming together in a show of solidarity against Mutiny's mass attacks.
Exactly, Michael. Every underhanded move by Mutiny is only strengthening the resolve of these superstars. They're more united than ever.
There might only be one competitor in the ring, but it's kind of like all of SmackDown is throwing the punches. This alliance might finally give Mutiny a run for their money. Oh, heinous knee to the face.
Sent right into the corner.
Oh, with authority. Moonsault.
Just a continuous rush on Gigi here.
Gigi has to turn this around, and quick.
Arm cinched. Look at these series of boots.
That focused singular drive of Dolan's got shaken there.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off. Whoa, just floating through the air. Big forearm. Firm control. Oh, man, kick to the face. Oh, goodness, what a moonsault.
And right into the pin.
Uh-oh.
Shoulder up, and the referee ends the count.
She likely knew that wasn't enough. She's just keeping the pressure on.
Oh, look at this. Arm wrench. Oh, by a lariat right to the face. She is at a total disadvantage right now.
Being pushed to her breaking point, potentially. Sent hard into the corner.
Would you look at this? She is removing the turnbuckle pad now.
Shot off. A slingshot into a crossbody.
A roll of the dice, and it pays off in full.
The barricade.
Bang! So accurate.
Whip back into the ring.
Went for the springboard and missed. Kick to the stomach puts an end to that.
Oh my goodness, what an impactful STO.
Dolan enacting her devious intentions on that one.
Vicious is her middle name.
Fighting back, however, punches in the midsection. She had that scouted.
Oh, high risk cross body. Tossed caution out the window, and it paid off.
Adrenaline is through the roof now.
And now she delivers her back into the ring.
Massive miscalculation on that one. Dolan's got to dig deep now.
Looking to capitalize on that move.
Picked up the victory.
here is your winner, Julia!
We might be at NXT, but everything's coming up SmackDown. Huge win as these superstars stood up to Mute.
Over the past few weeks, we've witnessed a series of unsettling attacks, but tonight, we may finally have a breakthrough. Nick, can you confirm the rumors that new evidence has emerged regarding the identity of the masked attacker?
I can. After a comprehensive search here at SmackDown tonight, we've made a significant discovery. The mutiny mask used in the attacks was found. That's right. These atrocities were perpetrated by a SmackDown superstar, someone we considered one of our own.
Are you able to reveal the name of the superstar you believe carried out these attacks?
Yes. It pains me to say this because of the trust I had in this woman, but it appears that our masked attacker is none other than...
You're saying that Naomi has been a double agent for Mutiny?
Sadly.
Stunning information that I'm sure will send shockwaves through the WWE universe. Thank you, Nick.
That was an unexpected turn of events.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. The mask was in my locker, not Naomi's.
Well, here's the thing. When I heard Aldous was on a locker hunt, I panicked. I couldn't let you get caught, so I grabbed the mask from your bag and I ditched it. I don't know how it ended up in Naomi's locker, though.
Well, better her than me. And besides, who doesn't enjoy a bit of drama? Keeps things spicy.
Sure, but I have a feeling Naomi's gonna end up joining Mutiny anyway. She might as well at this point. Once again, Mutiny gets stronger. Unless you want to try to convince her she's not alone.
Well, sucks to be her. But she's the perfect cover. Mutiny might get a new member, but look how united this roster is now. It's a win for us.
Bold move. Let's see how this plays out.
Here she comes, battling for SmackDown's honor against Naomi.
Naomi's actions have caused some deep divisions on the SmackDown roster, but there's nothing like a common adversary to bring people together. It might not be pretty, but it's effective.
I don't know, relying on vigilante justice to rebuild unity? Is that really who we are?
Naomi's opponent hopes so as she tries to be judge, jury, and Naomi's executioner in this one.
Every strike more devastating than the last.
Oh, clobbered with the back fist.
She countered that into her own offense.
Some agility gets her out of dodge.
And did you hear the impact of that? And taking control of the wrist here. Able to turn it around into a wrist lock. Honing in on the arm there.
Having a weakened arm can limit you in so many ways, making it harder to execute on even simple attacks.
Boom! Right to the body.
STO takedown.
She's starting to feel the effects of that offense.
Yeah, but she's not showing any signs of giving up.
Oh, look at this combination of strikes.
buffet of strikes.
Setting it up. Boom!
Ooh.
Beautiful arm wringer applied. Beautiful back kick. Just a continuous rush being faced by Naomi.
Naomi needs to be resourceful in this situation.
She gets taken into the corner, needs to get out.
She heads out of the ring.
Needs to mind the official count.
Quick thinking from Naomi.
A masterful display of defense from both wrestlers. Unloads with the boot. As their opponent trapped, double underhook into a neck breaker.
And there's a reverse STO. Nothing more Naomi can do.
2, and the kick out.
I'm in shock. After everything thrown her way tonight, Naomi is still in this.
I don't know if there's more frustration or desperation in the ring now, knowing that you've tried to end this and failed.
Naomi, look at the afterglow combination. Oof.
It looks like Liv Morgan isn't willing to sit this one out.
She's going to show Naomi how it feels to get attacked from behind.
Liv's in the ring.
She's made a target known.
And there goes any chance of this being a fair fight.
Looking to put the match away here. Breaks the close count.
Really had less than a second to stay alive there.
Firm control.
Big boot.
Arm wringer applied, and look out! Oh.
Naomi showing her instinct.
A chain of reversals here, every motion getting cut off.
How much longer can this really go on?
Taking on so much offense. You got to worry about the lingering effects.
Laser focused on the knee and taking it out with precision. Cinches up the arm and
Vicious kicks to the jaw.
you can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win. Beautiful arm wringer applied.
Beautiful back kick. Just a continuous rush being faced by Naomi.
Naomi needs to be resourceful in this situation. Eludes the attack.
Back and forth, counter after counter.
Knee right to the face. A crucifix. Pinning combination.
Oh, got the surprise pin.
Here is your winner, Julia!
A tough loss for Naomi tonight, and it certainly doesn't help her case with all the suspicion swirling around her.
Well, this settles it for me, Cole.
Remind me to never get on your bad side around Halloween.
Yeah, you had both sides fooled with that mask. Reviving the concern about mutiny just when everyone was getting complacent? You shook things up.
Actions speak louder than words, especially from a masked attacker. And we needed to bring people around to our side.
And you did. Well, except for Naomi. She officially joined Mutiny.
I guess she figured they were the only ones who didn't believe she did something wrong.
Losing Naomi stings, but we've got most of the roster back on high alert against mutiny. That's a win in my book.
Hold that thought. My phone's blowing up with some big announcement that Triple H just posted on social media. Let's watch it.
For the past 2 months, the WWE board has kept a close eye on the movement known as NXT Mutiny. As previously stated, we've taken a stance of neutrality. Our position has not changed, but I'm here to announce there will be a clear and definitive end to this conflict at Survivor Series. It will be Raw and SmackDown on one side, NXT Mutiny on the other, squaring off in a best-of-3 series of matches to determine the fate of WWE. If Raw and SmackDown win, they can return things to normal and decide to punish NXT Mutiny for their uprising. If NXT Mutiny wins, WWE might look a whole lot different. There may not even be a Raw or SmackDown anymore. We are prepared for any outcome because this truly is a new era of equal opportunity. I have one more announcement. Before Survivor Series at NXT No Mercy, there will be a special preview match for the Unity Tag Team Championships. On one side, it will be the current champs, and on the other, the former champions from NXT, JC Jane and Alexis King. So Raw, SmackDown, NXT Mutiny, when it comes to Survivor Series with the future of WWE at stake, are you ready? I said, are you?
I'm so sorry for interrupting Triple H's big announcement, but I have my own to make. It's not going to be JC Jane competing in the Unity title match, because we're initiating Freebird rules, and I'll be stepping in to make sure we take back what's ours. In fact, taking back the Unity titles is just the first step in taking back all of WWE and getting rid of the dead weight known as SmackDown and Raw. See you soon, dummies.
Are you serious? You know, it's one thing for Hunter to stay neutral, but now he's giving Mutiny a legit opportunity to take control of WWE? This guy's playing favorites. Hell, he might even be one of them.
Who knows at this point?
Fine. If Mutiny is doing Freebird rules for the preview tag match, then so can we. I want in.
You sure that's the right move?
I never got revenge for getting put on the shelf by the Unity champs. This way, I'll get my hands on Lexis King and the traitor who sent them after me.
Okay, you could take my place in the match, but I'll be out there in your corner to watch your backs.
Deal.
All that matters is we defend the titles. We're gonna need all the momentum we can get as we head towards Survivor Series.
Agreed. So let's not lose.
You ready for this, punk?
I've been waiting for this since the moment all this Mutiny stuff started. So yeah, I'm more than ready.
Not gonna lie, I'm jealous you two are going to get your hands on Bailey. Oh, I was looking forward to hitting her with our whirlwind splash.
At least you'll get to see Punk and I nail her with it from ringside.
I guess that'll do.
Let's stay alert out there. We're heading into enemy territory. Knowing Mutiny, anything can and probably will happen.
Got it.
All right, let's go put some idiots in their places.
It's the Unity champs, ready to show no mercy to their Mutiny opponents.
It must not have been easy to step aside and allow another guy to defend the titles that you rightly earned.
Maybe it wouldn't have been easy for you, Corey, but that just shows the unique, dare I say, unity that this team has. It's the reason they've been so successful, and Mutiny has been running scared.
The Unity champs have a new face, but are hoping for the same old result when they defend their titles. And the challengers from Mutiny taking full advantage of Freebird rules.
Watching the Unity titles.
There you see what's at stake. The NXT Unity. Mutiny thought they were being clever by substituting Bayley out of their team, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
The Freebird rule cuts both ways, Michael. Bayley and King were not prepared for an angry CM Punk.
Tonight's outcome will set the tone for Survivor Series, and therefore the entire future of WWE.
Asma set up in the corner of the ring.
In the face. Face wash.
Wow, picture-perfect moonsault. Man.
Stops that offense from connecting.
These two are finding an answer for everything.
Big boat. Momentum entirely against Lexus here.
Lexus isn't showing the capacity to fight back. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Terminating knee smash.
Forced to the outside. Not a good predicament to be in. Tag.
Look at this. He's feeling it and looking for some support from the crowd.
Tossed back into the ring.
Oof.
Put into the corner. What could be next? Oof. Running knee in the corner.
Jumping neck breaker. Ouch.
Bam.
What's Lexus in for?
Landing on the spine. Spinning kick to the gut. The challenger's in a bad way.
Yeah, but you have to keep on battling for your team.
Oh, come on. Why would you stoop that low?
Come on, there's no place for those types of tactics. I'm sure it's just aggravated the champ even further. Oh, man, thrown with such force, the whole ring is rattling.
Tag made.
Chopped down with the axe handle.
Those two are in such a cohesive rhythm out there.
It's like playing jazz, but using your opponent as the drum.
Oh, big punch. Ouch. She decides to tag out.
Irish whip from Punk on Bayley.
And Punk follows it up with the knee.
And he nails the bulldog. Vintage CM Punk.
This looks like it could be all over.
And there's the tag.
We've seen the defending champs win matches with the whirlwind splash, and now it's CM Punk's turn.
Wait, what?
Did that just happen?
I can't believe this. CM Punk has sided with Mutiny?
This can't be happening right now.
It's over.
We have new Unity Tag Team Champions, all thanks to the shocking turn of one CM Punk.
And now CM Punk is directing Mutiny to attack the former champions. Punk was friends with these two. They trusted him. This is sick.
Honestly, with Punk's track record, we should have seen this coming.
We thought he was one of the leaders of WWE. I don't get it.
You're not the only one.
We could be witnessing the beginning of the end for WWE as we know it.
I hate to agree, Corey, but with CM Punk on their side, Mutiny now has all the momentum leading into the most important Survivor Series ever.
We are headed for dark times.
I've never been one to run from controversy. In fact, some people think wherever I go, I'm the source of it. So let's talk about why I'm here and how it happened. Buckle up. This story, if I was going to sign another WWE contract, sure, I wanted a main event WrestleMania, but that wasn't enough. I wanted to create. After I signed, I went to the PC and met the men and women there. They had all the talent in the world, but once they left NXT, they were at the mercy of the corporate overlords who didn't give a damn about their stories, their ability. Year after year, NXT would build stars only to have them stolen by the so-called main roster and then tossed aside. If NXT management wasn't going to do anything about it, I was. With Bayley on board, we recruited Kevin Owens and the NXT roster, and we started a movement. Powerful and permanent change. A legacy. And now with Triple H and the board's blessing, thanks, Paul! It wasn't easy getting to this point. Friendships broken. Lies were told. Sacrifices had to be made. The night of the big invasion, I had to listen to the start of my own revolution as I lay on the concrete floor pretending to be a victim. All I could do was smile on the inside. As that mutiny unfolded, I even had most of the locker room and the WWE Universe thinking Triple H was on. Unfortunately, for the plan to work, I couldn't be upfront with certain individuals. Namely, when you were busy trying to start a new world order, who do you think riled up R-Truth and got the Raw and SmackDown? Who do you think put the mutiny mask in Naomi's locker, huh? You thought it just magically transported its way from the trash can? You two used to date, right? Well, consider this a classic breakup. There were some lies, some cheating, and when I didn't need you anymore, maybe someday you'll understand why I did what I did. But for now, just know that it was for the greater good. When Mutiny reaches its endgame, I will leave WWE not only better, but entirely different than it was when I arrived. So anyone else out there who's on the fence, I implore you to do what's right and get on board the NXT Mutiny Revolution now. Because after Survivor Series,
I wanted to get the four of us together after everything that happened with Punk. How are you two holding up?
Not great. Definitely didn't see that one coming.
No one did. Punk had us all doubting Triple H. Turns out he was just trying to divert attention away from himself the entire time.
Punk said this was like a breakup, and it feels that way.
It reminds me of when we split up.
But ultimately, you must have mended fences to get to this point, right?
Yeah, it took time.
Well, I don't think we have a lot of time, unfortunately. But maybe you can use that experience. You don't need Punk. You never did. You have each other.
I guess you're right. But even though we have each other, we still need help if we're going to defeat me.
I know you couldn't trust anyone in the locker room before, but now you don't really have a choice. And besides, in the time since Mutiny formed, certain individuals have proven their loyalty to our side.
Keep in mind, these superstars will compete for us in the best-of-3 series. Everything is at stake, including our livelihoods and the future of WWE. So choose carefully.
Which brand do you want to go recruit first?
I'll start on Raw, talking to superstars from the men's division.
Okay. You have our full support.
Pierce told me you and your partner are the ones to talk to about Survivor Series. But there's no need for a big discussion. I'm in.
That sounds a lot more like a demand than a request.
It's not a demand. It's the way you're gonna win. If there's a man in WWE who can tear down CM Punk and everything he represents.
I'm not even sure you could draw him out, though. Punk's been hiding down in Orlando, surrounded by his army of followers. It's a fortress.
Brother, trolling cowardly moron Punk is one of the great joys in my life. I'll get him so mad, he won't be able to resist coming out of his spider hole.
How are you going to do that? It's going to take more than...
Okay. Remember when Punk had a midlife crisis and became a failed MMA fighter?
Yep.
Nope. And you know he just lies awake at night, stewing in his failure. Now you put me on your Survivor Series team, I'm gonna revisit his little foray into MMA to show him how a real fighter takes care of business.
Damn. That would drive Punk nuts.
So what do you say? Ready to roll with me all the way through Survivor Series?
Man, I am so ready to troll CM Punk. I just wish I could see the look on his face when you rake him over the coals.
Great! Then grab yourself some popcorn and a seat at the backstage monitor, because I'm gonna go out there and prove that MMA is just one more thing that I do better than...
Wow, where did they get this competitor from?
I'm not really fond of most local competitors, but this is more like it. Well,
The following.
Drew McIntyre has taken a shot across CM Punk's bow with his MMA-style match, attire and all.
And you have to think it's going to send Punk's blood pressure through the roof.
Catching a drop kick. Effective counter. Set him up.
Russian leg sweep.
Destructive use of the knee. Boom.
oh man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
Waiting for him to get back on his feet so he can strike. Taken to the outside. Terrible looking fall there. McIntyre looking highly motivated right now.
And now he's back into the ring.
Oh, whipped right into the post.
Return fire on Adrian.
Look at this.
Just launched his opponent.
Overhead belly to belly. Face first into the post. Going outside. What's he got planned here?
Oh my gosh, going head on into the stairs.
I talked to a lot of people backstage earlier tonight, and the Red Brand locker room is fired up tonight.
I imagine these two want to take it all in right now. The energy, the vibe.
And now with the kendo stick in hand, he's ready to do some real damage.
Oh, right to the gut. Oh!
The Scottish Warrior staring into his opponent's soul.
From the top, look out below!
Coming down on their opponent like a sack of bricks.
And goes back into the ring here.
Ooh! Double axe handle connects.
He's able to slip away from that.
Shoulder tackle. We're seeing pure aggression from McIntyre.
Yeah, Buck's got to slow down this assault.
Just launched his opponent. Overhead, belly to belly.
Escapes out of that attack.
Connects on the Northern Lights.
Showing off their deadlifting prowess and just tossing their opponent like they're nothing.
Buck comes right back at him.
One counter met by another.
Kick to the gut. Ooh, brutal forearm.
That's it. Calling it by knockout.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior,
Drew McIntyre just sent a message straight to CM Punk.
And that message is, anything you can do, I can do better. Your move, Punk.
Drew McIntyre, my old buddy. You crawled out from under your troll bridge to try to call me out again. We've been going back and forth for so long, I can barely remember what got your skivvies in a bunch to begin with. It doesn't really matter though, does it? Because every time you step to CM Punk, you end up red-faced and humiliated. But now you want CM Punk so bad? Well, you're gonna get your wish when CM Punk shows up at Raw next week, looks you in your creepy eyes in the middle of that ring and slaps that dumb beard off your doofus face. Again.
Do you see Punk's rant? You've definitely got him.
That was the plan.
It's good to have him off his game. But when Punk says he's showing up here to confront you tonight, I would assume there's...
That's the safest bet you're ever gonna make. Here's the thing. If he springs a trap on me, he'll probably...
Punk may be made out of fine china, but Mutiny has plenty of badasses on their roster, and they could come...
Good man. You watch for Mutiny backstage, I'll meet Punk in the ring. This goes right, that little creep isn't gonna make it to Survivor Series.